Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be jumping into my first episode of Sports Talk with Kota. This is something a little different that I've been wanting to do for a while. It's kind of like a podcast type thing. Pretty much it's going to be like set down videos. I'll be putting up like pictures and maybe little video clips and stuff here and there. But this is the first video that I want to do here today is going to be my top 10 favorite players. Now, I'm not saying this is, the top 10 of all time. I'm just saying this is my favorite players to watch, either YouTube highlights or, actual, watch them live when they're playing a game. It's just players that I enjoy watching on a daily basis. So how I'm going to be doing this video, I'm going to be doing two players from each position. So 2 point guards, 2 shooting guards, 2 centers, 2 power forwards, 2 small forwards. I also have honorable mentions. They're people that I like watching, and I just, had to talk about them. I just wanted to say something to them. But I just want to say this. I can't stress this enough that this is my opinion. This is who I prefer to watch. Please let me know down in the comments who you guys like. This is the first video that I want to do. I'm going to get into a bunch of other ones. I'm going to be doing football ones. I'm going to be doing a bunch of basketball ones. So if you do enjoy this series, make sure to subscribe and turn notifications on. Also, make sure to leave a like. And also let me know who your guys' top 10 favorite players are. But like I said, this is who I enjoy watching. We're going to start off with point guards. Coming in at honorable mention spot number 1, we have Kyrie Irving. Now, everyone knows Kyrie Irving. He's got the handles. Probably some of the best handles to ever play the game. Insane speed. His ability to run the floor and be able to drive and score is just incredible. He's very entertaining to watch. He'll make you fall. He's got a nice little mid-range jumper as well. He's really quick and smart as well. He can make the very good pass if you're open. But his handles set him apart from so many people. Just the things he does with the ball is insane. The way he finishes is insane as well. He's a very, very good all-around offensive player. Coming at the honorable mention spot number 2, we got Damian Lillard. Now, for the point guards, there is quite a few honorable mentions, but I just wanted to throw everyone in here. At number 2 for honorable mentions, we got Damian Lillard. Now, he's an incredible scorer. He's an incredible shooter. He also has the handle. He can get past you with just his speed alone. He can also break your ankles and go around you. He's also an incredible passer, but the thing I like about him the most is his shooting ability. He has some deep shots as well. He's a great scorer, a great shooter. He's very, very entertaining to watch. Also really like too how loyal he is. I think that makes me just like him even more. Even with all the bad droughts that he's had, short-lived playoff runs and stuff, I still really enjoy watching him. And the way he's able just to stick with his team. Him and CJ McCollum are a very good duo in my opinion. And I think if they stay together and get some more people coming off the bench, they're definitely going to be really, really good. So the next one that we got coming in, another honorable mention, we got Patrick Beverley. Now, I'm not a huge fan of him, but I do have to give him respect and props. He's an insane defensive player. He gives it 110% all the time. He's always in your face. He's always trying to get in your head. And he does do that a lot. He gets in a lot of people's heads. He's a very, very, very good defensive player. He's always hungry too. When he's on that court, he's going to be right up in your face. He's going to be right there with you the whole entire time. He guards like the best players all the time as well. Very, very good defensively. Now on the offensive end, he's not the best, but he's more, that player to get in there, get inside of your head, and pretty much destroy you defense. Now the next honorable mention that we have is TRAE Young. Now TRAE Young, incredible shooter, incredible scorer. He's very, very gifted offensively. He's a little short, so defensively it's but he's very quick. He's very offensively skilled. He's really young, so he definitely has time to work on his flaws that he has. Definitely think that's defensively. Being small though does kind of suck, but there's 2 ends of the court, so you do got to guard him as well. He can shoot pretty much from anywhere. He has a very, very fast release. He has insane handles as well. He's also a really, really good passer. Like I said, he's very young, so definitely give him some time in the league. And he's going to be one of your top point guards for sure. The next and final honorable mention we have for point guards is Ja Morant. Now, obviously, he's really, really young. He's super athletic. That's why I wanted to put him on this list. Just by looking at him, I didn't know that he had the jumping ability that he does. but he is insanely athletic, insanely smart too. Just the way he reads the balls, some of the putback dunks that I've seen from him, very entertaining. He's very fun to watch. And just to go into like his, his leaping ability, he's very, very good at attacking the rim as well for a point guard. And he's not very big built either, and just the way he's able to finish in the post against other big guys is really, really good. Also very, very young, so he has a lot of time to improve. And for him being so young and as good as he already is, he's definitely going to be someone to watch out for in the future. For my second favorite player to watch out of the point guards, I'm going to go with Curry. Now, he has been injured a lot with his hand and his ankles and stuff, but it's Curry. He's literally the best shooter of all time. I love watching him play. Literally the only reason I watch Warriors is because of him and KLAY. But Curry is a great shooter. Just watching him shoot it from 35, 40 feet and just nothing but net. The way he moves without the ball, that's also one of my favorite things. The way he's able to create his own shot by moving without the ball, I think is a very big thing that younger people need to learn, is being able to move without the ball, moving off screens. It's such a big help to your team when you have someone that active on offense. Most of the time people just stand around with the ball, maybe run off one or two screens. But when you're guarding Curry and he doesn't have the ball, you're moving a lot. He's going to get the defense tired, and he's going to be able to knock down that shot too. So you got to be right in his face at all times. Curry is very, very, very fun to watch. Yeah, his handles are very, very good as well. So one-on-one situations against other guards, he can get past most of them, and he can just pull up in your face and score. And like I said, my favorite thing about him is how active he is without the ball. I think that's number one key to making someone insanely good offensively, is being able to move that much. Now, my favorite point guard to watch. Now, this is my opinion. I know some people are going to disagree with this. Some people aren't. But is Russell Westbrook. I don't care. Call him a ball hog. Call him whatever you want. The man is hungry. He comes out and gives it 110% all the time. Russell Westbrook is right now my favorite player in the NBA. I love watching this man. Literally, when he got the triple-doubles all that season, averaged a triple-double 3 years in a row. Like, come on, man. I don't think he got enough respect. He literally dominated, and I applaud him, honestly. I don't think we'll really ever see anything like that again. Being able to watch him do that day after day was just incredible. It was so fun to watch. I know a lot of people saying, oh, he's ball hog, he's just doing it for his stats. It's entertaining. I don't care. I really, really enjoyed it. Also, he is very active on both ends. That's something else I love about people. They're being able to score, them being able to play defense as well. That makes a player, in my opinion. Also, he is very athletic. We all know this. He is an insanely ferocious dunker. When he comes down the court, there's two things I like about him. He'll literally just jump over you and dunk the ball. Super tough. Or the way he comes down the court and pulls up about 8 feet from the goal and just stops and shoots it. That's one of the best shots in the game, honestly, and he perfected it. Very, very good on the offensive transition part. He's so quick, so athletic that he's just almost unstoppable. So now we're going to be moving on to the shooting guards. So for the first honorable mention, we got Buddy Hield. I watched this man in college. I knew from the start that he was going to be a good NBA player just from his scoring ability. He is a great, great, great scorer. He is super young, so he has a lot to learn, and he's definitely going to be someone that you guys want to look out for. He's an excellent shooter as well. I mean, he can knock down that three just as good as almost anyone else. But like I said, watching him in college I knew he was going to be a good fit for the NBA. He's a very, very good scorer. But moving on to the second honorable mention for shooting guard, we have my man Zach LaVine. Now, we all know who Zach LaVine is. It's a hard debate, but I definitely think he is one of the best dunkers to ever play the game. He is super athletic. I love watching him. Just from the dunks that he does. And also, I think he's really underrated with his scoring ability. He's actually a really, really good scorer. He's actually a pretty decent shooter as well. For being someone that can actually jump like him and is able to dunk and do all that stuff, he's actually a very, very good outside shooter. I think he's really underrated in that part of his game. He had a game, I think last year it was, where he was like 12 of 17 from the three-point line, scored like 49 points. I just think he's really overlooked on his actual scoring ability. I think everyone just looks at his super athleticism and his dunking ability and just doesn't really pay attention to anything else. But in my opinion, he is probably one of the best dunkers to ever play the game. He's actually a very, very good scorer as well. I really enjoy watching the man play. Next up for honorable mentions, we got Donovan Mitchell. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm not a huge fan of him. And it kind of goes back into college days, and I know it sounds weird, but with me being an Indiana fan and him coming out of Louisville, I feel like I was just made to hate the man. I don't really hate him. I'm not a huge fan of him. The biggest reason I actually do enjoy watching him is the man's athletic. He can jump out of the gym. The dunks he does are insane. He's very entertaining to watch, and I can't pass it up. I got to give him his respect on that. He's actually a very good scorer as well. I definitely think he's going to be someone that can lead the team very soon, and he's going to be able to take Jazz somewhere for sure. I definitely think once they start getting better, once they start playing together more, they got a very good squad, and I definitely think they can make some noise, definitely. So for my number 2, the person I like watching the second most out of the shooting guards is my man Victor Oladipo. Now, I know he's been hurt, but I love Victor so much. Coming out of IU, which is the team I love, of course, Indiana, he was a leader. I loved watching him grow. I think he came out of high school like a 3-star. He was not looked at all, but Indiana picked him up, and I'm so happy they did. He just dominated. He's super athletic. He's great offensively and defensively. He's just someone that I can watch all day. There's a story that I heard when he played for Indiana. Him and this other guy named Will Sheehy, he also played for Indiana. Everyone went home for the summer to go visit their family. Him and Will stayed in the gym the whole entire summer and worked on their game. And that is what put Victor above everyone, in my opinion. The dedication he has to get better is insane. And I know when he gets better off this injury, he's going to come back 110%, and he's going to be great. He's also playing for Indiana Pacers, which is awesome. I hope he can take them somewhere. But yeah, Victor is. I love watching the man. He's a great leader, great defensive player, great offensive player. I think he has it all around. He's very athletic as well. So. Definitely, I'm excited to see him get back on the court. Number 1 now, we have KLAY Thompson. I mean, it's KLAY. In my opinion, he's. I don't know how to say this without sounding dumb. For the people that know basketball, I think will understand this. In my opinion, I think KLAY has a better jump shot than Curry. And what I mean by that, his form is just insane. His release is insane, and he has the ball above his head when he shoots. It's literally a picture-perfect jump shot. He's a very good shooter. He's also very active on the offensive end as well. But the thing that sets Curry and KLAY apart, in my honest opinion, is defense. KLAY guards the best player at all times. Curry has stepped up recently, but KLAY, he guards the best player. He also plays insanely good offense. Now, I know he's been injured recently with the, the torn ACL, but he's definitely going to come back, and when he does, he's going to help the Warriors a lot. KLAY is one of the best scorers as well. Man scored 36 points in 1 quarter. That's literally insane. He scored like 60 points with like 5 dribbles. Like, who does that? Like, KLAY is more of a spot-up shooter, but he can create his own shot at times. He's very active, like I said, without the ball. But I will say he's more of a set-up shooter. But, I mean, he is unstoppable. Now moving over to the small forwards, the first honorable mention that we have is Eric Gordon. Fantastic shooter, played for Indiana. Really good 6-man coming off the bench. He gives you those points. He gives you very solid minutes. The thing that I think that's going to hurt him a little bit is lack of possessions due to Russell and James Harden being on his team. But when he gets the ball, he's definitely going to do his part. Like I said, I think he's the best 6-man, and he's pretty decent on both ends of the court. More offensively than anything. He's a very good shooter. And like I said, he can come off the bench and give you a solid 10 to 12 minutes easily. He's a solid shooter. He can come out on fire anytime, really. He's very entertaining to watch. I love watching. Next up, we got Jimmy Butler for honorable mentions. He's a great two-way. He's a very good offensive and defensive player. He's pretty athletic, and he's a really good scorer. Seeing his time with Philly really kind of opened my eyes up to him. His scoring ability was great. I just like the way he plays. I don't really know how to explain it, but the way he plays and the way he holds himself on the court, really enjoy watching. He's a great playmaker and stuff. He's solid. I used to not really care for him too much. Like I said, his time with Philly kind of opened my eyes up to him. I really did enjoy watching him that year. So for the number 2 spot for small forwards, we have Kawhi Leonard. I enjoy watching this man a lot, from the Spurs to the Raptors, to now to the Clippers. When he played for Toronto, I did not think he was going to do what he did. I mean, he carried them. I can't really say just him, though, because they still are doing really good without him. but he definitely helped them a lot. I think he's a really good leader for any team. Really, he can jump in there and he can help these players, you know, get to where they need to be. Probably the best defensive player we've seen in a while. He's a great defensive player. He's a great scorer. I love how he gives it 100% on both ends. He lets his game do the talking as well. He's a very good player. I love watching him play. Like I said, I love watching people that play both ends. It's like my weakness. If you play offense and defense and you're good at both, I'll love watching you. Now, number one, we got Mr. James, LeBron James. In my honest opinion, I'm not a huge fan of him. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I know he plays for the Lakers and stuff, but I respect him. I watch him. I respect him. I'm starting to grow on him a little bit, but he's an insanely good passer. He obviously plays for the Lakers, so that makes me like him even more. For his age, he is so athletic still. And for him being a veteran and so old, he's able to, you know, be such a good leader to all these other younger players, especially on the Lakers. And he's able to teach them and get them better. That's why I think the Lakers are going to be such a good team, because they got a great leader with LeBron. And he's just so, I don't really know how to explain the way he plays. Is like, he can score anytime he wants. He can pass it to whoever he wants and they score. He can open up his teammates. He can space the floor so well. He can run the court. He can play good defense when he's not, you know, arguing about stuff. That's one of the things I'm not a big fan of, but he can pretty much do it all. Let's be honest. He's a great passer. He's a great scorer. He's a great rebounder. He has such good vision. It's pretty much, it's kind of insane, honestly, for someone that's like a small forward like him, how big he is. He's a very good passer, very good scorer. His jump shots went up a lot too. When he first got in the league, he could not shoot at all. He's gotten a lot better with that. Yeah, so that's it for the small forwards. We're going to be moving on to power forwards now. For the honorable mentions, we have Kevin Love. Now, I don't think people were too big of fans of Kevin Love, but let me tell you, when he was at Timberwolves, the man was a monster. I'm talking about like 2015, like almost every game. 2020's a lot. He's a great rebounder. He's a great post scorer. But with him losing that weight, I definitely think it hurt him a little bit, but it also opened him up to become a great shooter. He's also still physical down below. He's able to guard the post pretty well, and he's able to use his footwork and the quickness he has on other people to be able to score very easily. Now, he is injury prone, I will say that. Injuries have not helped him at all. I really hope he gets back on his feet so he can start leading the Cavs, honestly, because I definitely think he can do it. Now, the next person we got is Blake Griffin. I don't really need to, you know, say too much about him, especially the video that I got coming out of him. Blake Griffin, probably the best dunker ever. He's worked on his shooting ability so much that he's actually being able to space the floor a lot. You got to watch him in the post. His footwork's incredible. You also got to watch him outside too. He's starting to knock down that three-point shot a lot. He's getting very good at it as well. And for a big man, he can also run the floor, which is also incredible. To be able to be that big, run the floor, and the jumping ability is insane. So I definitely think he's starting to become a complete player. He's still kind of young. I think he's like 30, 31, 29. He's somewhere around there. I'm not 100% sure how old he is. But he has some years left in him. Like I've always said about him, though, is he definitely needs to learn to get that jump shot down because he's not always going to have those legs there. So he definitely needs to start working on that a lot more. He's been working on it a lot, don't get me wrong. He's starting to become a very good shooter. Okay, so next up we have PASCAL SIAKAM, another honorable mention. I had to put him in here due to the fact how much he improved. He went from someone I never even heard of to like being one of my favorite players a couple years ago. I mean, he improved so much from the offense and defensive end. He also has a ring now, so that's a big bonus. He definitely can carry his own now. He is the way I don't really know who to compare him to because his game style is pretty different. He's more of like a mid-range shooter. You know, he can score inside as well. He could take it to you, and he's a pretty good defensive player as well. He's definitely improved a lot. And I think him winning that award and showing him how much he's improved is just making him more hungry, and I think it's going to make him improve a lot more over the years. So he's definitely going to be someone to look out for. So at the number 2 spot for power forwards, we have my man Anthony Davis. Now, I watched him all through college at Kentucky. Probably the best shot blocker to ever play the game in college basketball. He stayed 1 year and completely obliterated the record. It will probably never be caught again, honestly. He's insane down low. He has very good post defense. He's a great post scorer as well. Also plays for Lakers, which is my favorite team, so that helps him a little bit. But I really enjoy the way this man plays. Even when he played for Pelicans, I watched him. Like I said, I watched him when he played for Kentucky, just completely dominating, winning a championship pretty much by himself. The man's a monster, let's be honest. He doesn't really have the accolades right now to call him like the best. But I definitely think by the end of his career, he's definitely going to have them for sure. For the number one now for power forwards, we have my man Giannis Antetokounmpo. There's really nothing to be said about this man. He's, I think he's about 10 foot tall. He's able to run the floor so good for how tall he is. The thing he lacks the most is his shooting. He's a terrible shooter. Definitely think that's going to be something he has to work on. But for how tall he is, how fast he is, he's able to control the ball actually pretty well. He's able to run the floor, like I said. He's actually really fast for how tall he is. Super athletic as well. The man's got some insane posters, but I mean, he is 87 foot tall, so I mean. But Giannis is one of my favorite players to watch for sure. Just for him, for how tall he is and able to do what he does is just insane. So now we're going to be moving on to the last category, which is center. So for the first honorable mention, we have Mr. JAVALE McGee. Now I know a lot of people, you know, look at him as the Shaq and the Fool guy, but in my honest opinion, McGee is very good when he's focused. He gives it his all. He's a great dunker, great shot blocker as well, very good rebounder. He can come off the bench, give you that solid 8 to 10 minutes of great defense, great rebounding, to create some very good offensive buckets. But yeah, whenever he's playing smart, he's very good. I think he just needs to learn to control himself. He needs to learn to slow down a little bit. He definitely tries to do too much and tries to quote-unquote show off, I guess you can say. But yeah, I actually enjoy watching McGee a lot. Next up, we got Andre Drummond coming at number 2, honorable mentions. He's a great defensive player, probably one of the best post defensive players. He destroys in the paint. I mean, the man is good offensively and defensively in the paint. Insane rebounder. I mean, he pretty much grabs everything. You can almost expect a 20-20 from him almost every night, let's be honest. Like, the man's very good. Next up, we got DeAndre Jordan coming in, another honorable mention. Thing I like about him the most is how athletic he is. He'll put you on a poster. He's very good at getting boards and with the outlet passes. And now with KYRIE on his team, I think he's going to be even better to be able to get that board and give it to, you know, pretty much almost one of the best point guards in the league right now, and just be able to let him work. They're going to be a very good duo for sure. But yeah, he's a very good post scorer, very good rebounder, and super athletic, so I really enjoy watching him play. Now, the last honorable mention for centers is my man Steven Adams. Now, I just enjoy watching this man play. I don't know what it is about him, but he's literally one of my favorite centers in the league right now. He's a great rebounder, probably the best screen setter. The man's strong as heck, as my man Jimmy Butler would say.
That motherfucker is strong. Like, I'm serious. He hit me with one screen today, and I thought my life was over.
He's super smart as well, and he's getting a very good shot. He's starting to add that three-point range to him, which I think is something that the NBA is starting to look for nowadays, is people that can shoot the three and, you know, play down low as well. It's just pretty much what the game's evolving to. But I really enjoy watching Adams a lot. Him and Russell were one of my favorite duos when they were playing together. I don't think Adams is going to stay with Thunder, to be honest with you. I definitely think he's going to be looking for a new team. But I love the man. I love watching him. I'll pretty much support him wherever he goes. But next up, for the number 2 spot, we got NIKOLA JOKIC, I think is how you pronounce his name. They call him the Joker. For being a big man, he's probably the best passer, let's be honest. He's got insane IQ for when it comes to passing the ball as a center. He might be one of the best passing centers, honestly, to play the game. He's very good offensively as well, super smart, very good rebounder. The thing I think he lacks the most is his speed. He is a little bigger, but I definitely enjoy watching him play. I enjoy watching him play for how smart the man is. He's insanely smart. For how slow he is, he definitely makes up for, you know, how smart he is. But like I said, incredible passer. Now, the number 1 center that I enjoy watching is EMBIID. Joel EMBIID honestly just dominates the game. He's so good in the post. He's good. He's a threat at the perimeter as well. He's so strong as well. Like on his inside game, he pretty much just goes up against anyone. He could back you down. Very good footwork to get around the opponent and to score, to dunk it, whatever he needs to do. Just very good post moves and stuff like that, and very good defense. Someone that you have to watch. You have to guard him in the paint and you have to guard him on the perimeter. I really enjoyed watching him play this past couple years. I wanted to watch him play at Kansas, but he was actually hurt, so I didn't really keep up with him too much until he started making the noise in the NBA. I really enjoyed watching him play, though. He's someone that I definitely can't wait to see how far he can make it in the playoffs in the next coming years. But yeah, that is actually it. This was my first episode of Sports Talk with Kota. I actually have a couple ideas already for my next couple videos, but this isn't going to be a series that's like daily. It might be like once a week, once every other week, because these videos are actually kind of hard to make due to the fact that I have to pretty much write out what I want to say so I know what I kind of want to talk about. And I want to put up some stuff on the screen so you guys can enjoy it. I want to put up some highlights. I want to put up pictures. I want to put up maybe some stats. Just whatever can make the video interesting. But I really hope you guys did enjoy this first episode of Sports Talk with Kota. If you did, please like and subscribe. Make sure you click on the bell so you know when I post. Comment what you guys thought about the video. Also comment your guys' top 10. Let me know who you guys like. It doesn't have to be in the way I did it. You don't have to do 2 per position. You can just do your top 10 favorite people you like to watch. Like I said, this is NBA games or YouTube. So if you guys like older players, you still like watching Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, any of those, let me know down below. I love reading that stuff. But I really hope you guys did enjoy this, and I will catch you in the next video.